Hey folks, it's Rob. Welcome back to the late night live stream. And I am still playing Voyager for now. We're in Sector 7. Let's get this loaded in. And we're on our way home. You know, we're working on it. We just got out of Borg space. And we are in this system. We are researching astrometrics lab in the science tech tree. And we are functionally waiting until we actually complete that research. So I am poodling around, looking at things. There are 4 systems in the sector of interest. What do I need? I am full up on fuel. I am batteries full. We're generating plenty of power. I am pretty full on titanium and pretty full on duranium and pretty full on food. I don't need anything. And what I could maybe use is a bit of crew. So I'm hesitant to pick up crew, mostly because every crew is in our mouth to feed and house. And running out of crew is a pain, but having too many crew is a resource drain, if you understand. So, well, let's go. There's a slaver here, right? And I'm like, oh, should I have been engaging with these anyway, just to like kind of break up their slaving operations? Because honestly, I'm not interested in buying slaves, but I'm happy to free some people. So, Captain, we've been hailed by a passing trader boasting of his exceptional wares for sale. Upon closer inquiry, it soon became clear he's speaking not of goods, but of living beings. Our scans also revealed his vessel is unusually heavily armed for its small size. That does not bother me. Attempt a secret transporter operation to beam out the captives. Just buy them with 5 dilithium. That's low risk, but it's also, I mean, like, you know, that's business, right? It also does not dissuade him from doing his acts. And, you know, to be fair, slavery may be legal where he is, but it's not like I'm on board with it. Intimidate. I like intimidate. If it goes wrong, I will just shoot him. Right. 8 crew void. Joined Voyager, and we got a morale plus 100. Awesome. And I had room for the 8 crew, so that's good. I was concerned I was going to get like 25 crew, and I'd be like, oh, geez. 8 crew's fine. I'm happy with that. That's some idlers that'll cover some people getting sick or injured, but also allows me to have room for expansions. Because, yeah, we're working on that. We're clearing a room here, which is another reason why I don't need to gather more resources at the moment. Could expend some resources because we are full up and this is an opportunity for us to get more. I think another science bay would be good. I have wanted to upgrade the science bay, but maybe just temporarily building a second one would be a good solution to some of my problems. Let's see. Yeah, it's +1 science points per cycle. We could do that. It means I gotta pull a guy off of fixing the hull, but we're doing okay on that. And if I were no, this one, that's right. And yeah, I could just slot it in here underneath the engineering department. And that's something I can expend resources on. Okay. Leave the system now. Or wait. Astrometrics is going to be what? How much longer? 5 cycles. I should just kill time in the system here. Because who knows what it's going to drag me to. There were some items, some locations here that were not encounters and weren't anything, right? Now, admittedly, this is just like a large gas giant. It probably is nothing, but why doesn't it have deuterium for me? Well, I don't know. Is that where I entered the system? I don't even remember yesterday what happened. But there's a Borg sphere here that I can't do anything with. And that's because I aborted whatever it was, and we didn't read it properly, and because I was going to do something with the ship and come back to it, and then it didn't let me do it anyway. So, that's on me, but maybe there is something further we can do once we have astrometrics running. I don't know. What do we have? That's 6 cycles away. The Herosian relay station is probably going to be something once we, because we have a few of those in the system here. Well, at least a couple. I think, yeah, here's one as well. So there's like 3. This is a damaged ship. So, yeah, I mean, I could just expend resources by standing still, not going anywhere. I feel better going somewhere. What can I say? That's 6 cycles. Let's go here. Alright, that clears that room. Let's start clearing the next one. Need some Borg places eventually anyway. Alright, Astrometrics Lab is researched. Sweet. And I have enough research to do something else. Science level 3. Upgrading the science lab strikes me as an excellent idea. Because we can get more research out of that, and I'll be less dependent on adventuring to get my research going. And we can execute upgrades. And then maybe I don't need a second science lab, but right now I feel like there's plenty to research. Okay, and that room is now clear. Sweet. But that did kind of top off my duranium a fair bit. I mean, there's some room. Again, we could just upgrade something. Like, I could upgrade the warp core. It'll blow a lot of my dilithium, but I could execute one more upgrade. And having it means our maximum energy capacity is higher. I don't really need that right now, but I don't have to run that high either. I can just stay at level tier 4. Or even go back to tier... I can pick whatever power level I want. It's just I do want to run the rooms I have operating, right? Oh, I have crew. I can just turn that back on. Yeah. And power. Yeah. Deal with the additional food demand. So we should be working on bioneural gel packs. Yep, we are. I was thinking about building a second biolab because of the demands for Borg nanites and bioneural gel packs. Because I'm going to need 7 here, and another 1 here. So that's 15 packs plus whatever I need for actual upgrades, right? A lot of the upgraded rooms are going to need bioneural gel packs too. So yeah, I want to build a second biolab, and where would I put that? Put it here? I could put it here. I would leave a 2-space space, but a 2-space space could be emergency quarters. And, yeah, it's the biolaboratory. I can afford it. There. And now that makes this stop a little more sensible. Because we discovered a Class D planet. This small planetoid has no atmosphere, but scans reveal surface deposits of resources trapped just beneath the ice. Low gravity makes remote operations easy, but the surface is extremely cold. So, you know, we have to make it more comfortable, apparently, for our crew to work down there. And this pays off much better, but I can't make use of probably the most of that resource. This is fine and lower risk. Right, yeah. 108 collected, goes directly into hopper, just 4 shy of the full load. And then, what? I'm not working on stellar cartography? What? I thought we had been working on stellar cartography. What was I working on? I wasn't... Did I not pay attention? This is the astrometrics lab. And this is stellar cartography. Upgrade stellar cartography to the astrometrics lab. Oh, okay. I gotta do an upgrade. Alright. Stellar cartography is here. I need a work crew. We can get a work crew. We'll pause the new lab. And... Alright. Upgrade that, please. That does use some more resources. I suppose we could make a side trip for some titanium somewhere. A bit of a backtrack, but I guess I'm not in a hurry. It's a Borg sphere. Okay, well, let's go and check that out. Back in, ready to second science lab. Go and unpause that. And now we're making 2 science per cycle. Stellar cartography has been upgraded. Life support active. Enter the ship. So, now I got a comms request. Yeah? Come on. Stellar cartography upgrades complete, Captain. May I introduce our new astrometrics lab? Impressive. You have the gratitude of the entire crew, but is it as efficient as 7 promised? More efficient, Captain. We plotted a new course home. 7, will you do the honors? By my estimates, this trajectory will eliminate 5 years from your journey. However, there is more. When I was calibrating the astrometric sensors, I detected something that may be of particular interest to you, Captain. The USS Prometheus. An impossible image shimmers on the astrometric screen, the USS Prometheus, a Federation starship seemingly within visual range when it should be thousands of light years away in the Alpha Quadrant. How is this possible? A wave of confusion washes over the crew. This ship is in the Alpha Quadrant, the USS Prometheus. By linking to an abandoned alien relay station, I acquired readings from the entire network. The Prometheus is within range of a sensor at the edge of the Alpha Quadrant. A network of hope. A stunning discovery. A network of ancient relay stations spanning vast distances across the galaxy, even reaching the Alpha Quadrant. Excitement shines in the eyes of the crew. Could this be their long-awaited connection to home? Can we use the network to transmit a message? As our carrier wave moves along the network, it may be degrading. However, we could send the holographic program of the Doctor through the network to the Prometheus. He would not degrade so quickly. You want to send me alone across the galaxy? When I requested more away missions, this isn't exactly what I had in mind. Based on archival data, we could generate hollow duplicates of other crew members who could join you. Highly experimental, but it would allow us to plead our case in person. One holographic duplication theory. Having someone plead our case in person might be more effective than a standard message. Alright, this could be our chance. Do it. I mean, they don't even know you're alive yet. But research holographic duplicates technology in the science laboratory. Now that might just not be, it might just be a project. Yeah, it is. So let's move that up. We'll pause our research on the science lab. And that'll be what we're going to do for the next 8. So, distress signal, life support. Captain, we've received distress signal from a small vessel. Their life support is failing and won't last much longer. I'm around a Borg sphere. Okay. So we can haul them into the expanded shuttle bay with the tractor beam. Which is, like, actually a really good idea. Because why would you not bring on board a random weirdo ship? 89 titanium. Excellent. Well, we like filling the, the storage bays, so that's good. Yeah, okay, we're gonna cross town here to one of these deuterium deposits, and then we're going to probably leave this system. That's how I see it. We're not really losing food very quickly. I mean, I guess I could stop for food. Doesn't hurt to have a full load. You never know what's going to happen. There's our second bio-laboratory up and running, which is currently offline because I don't think we have everything we need to run it. I might as well turn that off until I need it. I do have the bioneural gel pack I need to open up this deck, which would be fine. I have this sick bay offline just because no one's hurt or sick right now. But yeah, I only have 3 idlers right now. Okay. What do I like? What do I like? Was there a hero for this? No. Okay. The workshop has nothing but you could build me torpedoes if I want, and I don't need you to build torpedoes. Torpedoes. Right, I guess we'll finish working on the hull. And we're not currently equipped to do any other upgrades. I guess we'll clear this deck. I have the resources. We might as well open it up. Alright, we researched holographic duplication theory. So we get holographic duplicates technology. Send an away team to the USS Prometheus via the Alien Relay Network. However, we're supposed to do that. Oh, well, we got that right there. Okay. And that means we're resumed research on Science Lab Level 2. So let's go and check out the food here. Fragmented remains of a Borg cube are scattered on the surface of this planet, Captain. Scans show no working power sources, life signs, or Borg activity. Whatever happened here, there seems to be no one around. This could be a great salvage opportunity. For salvaging food? What are we eating from the Borg cube? Interesting. Well, let's beam the useful fragments on board. Okay, yeah, I mean, that topped us off with plenty of leftovers. That's fine. Top off the fuel now? Let's top off the fuel now. I don't think we'll waste any. So it's in our abandoned space station. We can either blow it up or we can just scan the station for resources, and I don't really need to blow it up, so there we go. Okay, that does a pretty good job of filling up the tanks. Let's head here. And that's that life support online. Oh, and we've been ambushed. Well, okay. Let's see. We don't have 7 to 9 here to be in front. Although I could, because she can do nanoprobe torpedoes. But we're not fighting a Borg right now. We're fighting a Hirogen Speed Scout. So, got Tom. Got Balana Human. Got Harry. I like the powers of those guys mostly. You know, shield hacking, shield overcharging, or evasive maneuvers. Evasive maneuvers is nice because we can just have a limited time where we just are essentially invulnerable, right? But it's got a long cooldown. Harry hacks enemy shield frequencies, increasing our shield penetration rate of Voyager's weapons for a period of time, which is, you know, pretty darn nice. And then Balana's shield overcharge, which is stackable, is like Balana's weapon overcharge in that we increase our maximum shield capacity by 5% until the end of combat, and I can just do that every 20 seconds. As you can see, this guy's not going to be a real threat to us, but I like to minimize hull damage. The Doctor can do holographic distraction, which confuses enemy targeting systems. It's a bit like Tom's thing in that way, but it's got an even longer cooldown. Seska can do massive damage to the enemy, but also damage ourselves, which I'm not on board with right now. There's no reason to do that. And the Warp Core Overcharge gives me another energy bar for the power distribution map, which I don't think we've really ever messed with at all. Let's go to Shield Overcharge, and let's go.
What are your orders, Captain?
My orders? Blow them out of space. Let's slow them down by, like, shooting up some of these engines.
At the port side, Captain.
And we will begin using their powers, so...
Ability ready, Captain.
I mean, you can try to kill me, but you're not gonna.
Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. And ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Okay, let's, you know what, let's just blow up their, I am destroying their final engine. Let's do that.
Enemy shields
There we
destroyed,
go.
Captain.
Okay. Reward split with my ally. Some deuterium, some food, some morale. Nice. This is fixed. We will start digging out that room. Looks like the hull came away undamaged. That's nice. So we're here at the relay. So we're going to send our away team. So the doctor's going. And he's going to do medical stuff, because that's what he does. Holographic Tuvix strikes me as a great idea, considering this layout. And then, who's my best engineer? Holographic Harry Kim? I think he might be. 40, 46, no, holographic human Balana. There we go. Yeah, there's our power team, everybody. Let's go. We're in their sickbay, Captain. Oh no, there are bodies everywhere. So we can check to see if someone's alive and stabilize them, or hack into their low security systems on the ship and read their logs. I like that one, because Balana can take care of that for me, and we get 54 science for doing that, so sweet. Team accesses the Prometheus's logs. There is clear evidence of Romulan activity on the bridge. Was the Prometheus hijacked? 54 science. Someone's coming. 2 Romulans. One's wounded. They're saying they captured this prototype for the Romulan Empire. We need to neutralize them. So we can let the doctor impersonate the ship's EMH, and that will somehow give me 2 bioneural gel packs. I mean, sure, sold. Doctor introduces himself as the EMH, patches up the injured Romulan. Romulans leave. Doctor is pleased with his deception, as all AI is. Before we can contact Starfleet, we have to recapture the bridge. Well, we could storm the bridge. Again, there's bioneural gel packs at stake. I can release narcotic gas through the vents. Or we can trigger a false alarm to lure the Romulans off the bridge, which will definitely work. Interestingly, Tuvix isn't quite up to storming the bridge all by himself as a one-man army, despite being a hologram. We're going to need him for the next round anyway, because he's the only negotiator phaser person, so as much as I want this, probably best I let him have the turn off. I do like this, but this is risky. Because it's risky because he's tired. He did the previous round, so his abilities are reduced. This would have been much closer to completely no risk had we not used him previous round. But But I do like the rewards there for that too. 300 morale I don't need, honestly. We're full up. Everyone's as happy as clams, and what's a little risk, right? Watch, I'm gonna really regret this. They're all holograms, though. Alright. Reluctantly, the doctor releases a narcotic gas into the ventilation system. Romulans swiftly succumb and fall unconscious, securing the bridge without firing a shot. 3 dilithium, 84 science. I like it. Captain, several Romulan birds of prey are decloaked around the Prometheus. They're hailing us. Well, I can choose option A. Definitely successful. Gets me deuterium. I'm pretty full on deuterium. Or I can engage the Romulans while sending a distress signal, which will get me some duranium and tritanium, which I could use, actually, and is a vastly better chance to... Well, actually, this is the better chance of getting a critical, but I'm still pretty good with this one. Go, 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 team us. Prometheus engages the Romulans, holding their ground while sending a distress signal to the Federation. Soon the Starfleet reinforcements arrive and drive off the attackers. Afterwards, the team contacts Starfleet HQ, sharing the ordeal and arranging help for Voyager. Yay! Reach level 10 on a hero. Awesome. So, Tuvix is now max level. Yay. And, you know, we leveled the Doctor, and human B'Elanna is level 7. So, you know, this is nice. A lot of XP to be had there. Would have been more if we gotten a critical, but, you know, it is what it is. Time is up. We need to beam them back. Let's hope they succeeded. Energize. Captain, we're receiving a transmission from the relay station. What are you? Captain Catherine Janeway of the Federation starship Voyager, and you? Idrin of the Herosian. You are using our station. Terminate the link immediately. We can't? I apologize. Your relay network gave us a unique opportunity to contact our people in the Alpha. Terminate your link, or we will terminate you. Well, you think I put up a lot of that today? I can reason with him for a 65% chance, because Janeway's level 6. Or I can threaten him with my weapons, because I have a phaser control room at a 65% chance. Admittedly, I probably should be working on improving my phaser control room so it shows up a bit better in things at this point. Everything just gets more difficult over time. I certainly don't mean no harm, because you should consider me a threat if you don't respect my authority. I'm going to let you try to reason with him, Janeway. We will not use your relay network longer than necessary, nor will we damage it. We need this, Idrin. Make it quick, then never touch our relay station again, or we will hunt you down. Beam the team back now. We did it, Captain. We spoke directly with headquarters. Apparently Voyager was declared officially lost 14 months ago. I set the record straight. Yeah, they had no reason to not declare you all just basically MIA, RIP, whatever. They said they would contact your families and tell them the news, and promised that they won't stop until they found a way to get Voyager back home. Sweet. Oh, and Captain, they asked me to relay a message. They wanted you to know you're no longer alone. 60,000 light years seems a little closer today. Morale plus 300. Captain, the Starfleet data exceeds the capacity of a single relay. We will have to visit multiple relays. Our download efficiency will depend on the performance of astrometrics, the science lab, or our shuttles. Vigilance is required, Captain. Logically, we must assume Idrin has posted guards at the stations. I mean, true. So we need to download data packages from the relay stations to receive news from Starfleet. And look, it's more activity in this system. What a surprise. I do want to get the science lab upgraded before we start poking at those. So we're virtually researched on that right now. 3 turns remaining. Then I'll have to execute the upgrade before we actually get credit for that. We have pretty much plenty of everything, though. So I'm not worried. I could just literally hang around. I guess we'll do that. Instead of driving around, wasting... I mean, yeah, we're full up on the titanium. We're practically full on duranium. I guess I could drive towards some duranium. But I'm about to get a bit more for clearing a room. Here, let's drive here. That'll blow a lot of time. Okay, that ruined room is done. The science level lab is done. I have plenty of research points to work with, which is nice. I was just talking about how I should work on a weapon tech. Salvage protocols pays me more after fights. It's a threshold for the propulsion system. Oh, shield recharge rate. We do kind of like that. I'm going to close this for the moment. Here's the combat screen. We haven't really spent any time here. So our warp core generates 12 power, required 5 for combat. Combat power reduction through missing energy, -1 apparently. Our tech combat power is 0, but defensively we have a metaphasic shield room, so that's 30 points, and 2 shield generators, so that's another 30 points, and our hull is currently 548 points, so that's worth 61 points, so defensive combat power 121. The phaser control room counts for 23, and that base attack power is another 24, so our offensive power is only 47. It's lacking. We have a combat ally, so our average enemies in this sector are 140. Probably could need to do something about that. Here's our crew heroes at the moment. They are working on their stuff. Our overall habitation. We have 1 crew quarter and 9 emergencies. I have quarterless Borg, 7 of 9, basically. You know, ex-Borg crew. Yeah, 1 without quarters. Doesn't actually tell me how many spare quarters I have. And of course, here's our power. We have 1 battery pack with 120 energy in it. We're using deuterium, available energy, all that fun stuff. Okay, so combat-wise, I could research tier 3 to unlock some good goodies. Like things like, you know, more hull reinforcement, but also like phaser frequency modulation or phaser control room level 2, which increases my phaser damage by 10%, which would be nice. And probably improve my statistics for combat rating. Alternately, in engineering, I have similar issues in that I am only at level 2 total. And there are things here that could be researched, but I'm not terribly excited about at the levels that we have unlocked. I'd have to move into Tech 3. That way I can improve my warp core efficiency, which would be very desirable. Crew-wise, we're only at level 1 tech. I haven't even unlocked level 2 yet. The inspired workforce would increase bonuses for increased morale by 20%. That's actually... I didn't notice that this is actually not bonuses for high morale rewards. This is bonuses to the hero because we have high morale. Going back to that, here's the heroes. When we have high morale, their stats are higher. Yeah, here's the morale bar. It doesn't state where that is. I think it's on the mission report when we go on missions. I'll have to see if I notice it next time. We've nearly finished repairing the hull as well, which is nice. But, yeah. Let's see. I got my 2 belt gel packs. That was nice. So, you know, an inspired workforce actually is quite useful, and it's only 40 points for the next time I need to send somebody to do something. But otherwise, you know, we're lagging, right? And here's our Borg tech. I've only unlocked the one level. I could research the cutting beam control room, which is a Borg weapon thing. All the Borg stuff reduces morale. Giving the Borg accommodations lowers morale by 1 per cycle for each room. Putting in a cutting beam control room is -2. Now, once the shields are down, the cutting beam's very effective, but until the shields are down, it's not terribly useful. Eventually getting a shield matrix reduces damage taken. Again, lowers morale, because why would we want to be safer? Electric field generator, we unlocked that technology quite a while ago, but we don't use it. We haven't really locked it. We just unlocked the possibility to research it. Torpedo shield penetration. I don't use torpedoes much, which is the problem with the torpedo techs on this level. I do kind of want regenerative shielding, but again, I'm very defense heavy right now. I think we'll start tech tier 3 for combat, and that's what we'll work on there. My work crews are occupied. Right, so we're at more ship wreckage. We found the wreckage of a small vessel. It's heavily damaged, emitting radiation. It's about to explode. But hey, in addition to uranium, it's got dilithium, which we like. We can try to send a team to stabilize the ship from the inside. That's about to explode, you know. Or try to carefully salvage resources scattered around radiating wrecked vessel. So, you know, from around. I'm fine with that. They don't need to die inside the wrecked ship. It's okay. Like, you know, the dilithium's nice, but nobody needs to die horribly that way. Oh, that's right, because 3 more cycles to clear that room. I want to pause that. I want to upgrade the science bay like I wanted. There's the 2 gel packs I need to upgrade it too. Awesome. 7 cycles for that. So I don't really need stuff. Guess we could try to gather some titanium. We have a little bit of room. It's 6 cycles away. We can just cross the system again. Right, standard mining procedure for the asteroid field will do just fine. Thank you. Alright, that's full up. And by the time we get here, we'll have the bay upgraded. So let's go here. There we go. Plasma conduit overload. Captain, we've taken a massive hit. Sudden surge, likely from that subspace eddy, has caused a plasma conduit overload. Multiple ruptures are reported. Some rooms are severely damaged and offline. They'll require immediate repair and resources. Understood. 3 rooms got damaged. What did we lose? Emergency quarters. So some of the crew are homeless. And stellar cartography is offline. Fantastic. Well, we'll fix that first. And we're done with the hull repairs. So take that offline. And what do I want to do first? 21 of my crew are homeless at the moment, living in corridors or hot bunking. So I guess we'll start there. Repair that. I'm going to need stellar cartography back online, I expect, before we can really do this. So that's 1 emergency quarter fixed. Let's get the next one going. I'm just going to kill a cycle, I guess. Combat tier 3 is researched, and I'm going to start the phaser control room. Ship-wise, I'm still waiting 1 cycle. Okay, I'm just gonna wait, hanging around here. Alright, that's that fixed. And that fixed. And that could resume. And that's fine. Right. So, let's download some packets. Stabilize containment field of quantum singularity and download packages is potentially 30 packets and higher morale. Not again. Well, I guess my morale took a hit from the being quarterless. But it is, there's a significant risk factor involved. Meanwhile, this, with just stellar cartography, is functionally a better result for me. And sending shuttles to boost is also lower risk. And risk management is a big part of this game, I will say. So, despite having the improved science laboratory, it's actually, the rewards are better, but the risk is much higher. And we can stop at multiple places to get what we need. There's not really a need to risk our necks to get this stuff. Let's just do this one here. Alright, that got me 21 packets. A little bit of morale. I'm going to grab the fuel while we're over here, and then we're going to head over. Well, actually, I could head over there and then head back. That's 7, and that would be basically 8. So that's 15 cycles. I'll definitely need to fuel by then. We're like 60% of a tank. Alright, we'll do it that way. Alright, ground room clear. Good. Gonna switch this room off. That'll be good for some big thing I need to put in. And right. Start saving up biogel packs, as it were. And I think we'll just leave it the 1 level 2 science laboratory. That means we're probably generating 3 science per now. Yeah, this one generates 2 science and the other one will be generating 1. So okay, we're here. 16, 16, or 11, huh? The risk isn't god-awful on this one, but again... Alright, let's use that laboratory. Alright, there we go, 16 data packets. We'll go collect fuel, and then we'll go and move on to the next system. Hey, there's our research. Phaser frequency modulation increases shield penetration, which is very nice, but I only have 79 science. So this is an excellent time for us to get that inspired workforce thing, I think. There was field studies, that's it. I need 100 for that. That's also something I want, because that's more crew experience. But this is functionally like that. The bonuses for increased morale are higher. So we'll do that. My work crews are idling, but that's okay, I guess. No, I have phaser control to upgrade. I need a 3rd biogel pack for that. Okay, so 1 will be hot off the presses in 9 days. Alright. I need fuel, but 1733 is plenty. We'll do that. Bad result. 385. Still, a bad result on the other one would have been a lot worse in, like, consequences. So, we're going to go in our system and try to grab fuel there. There's our inspired workforce. We're up to 69 science available. I know, nice. The plasma torch gives me more for clearing ruined rooms. It's really very late for me picking that up. There's no real cheap options for some of this stuff. Rotating the shield frequency needs 70, which I'm not quite ready for. Regeneration alcove, possible. I just hold on to it for a moment. I mean, one more tick, I will have 3 more science points. And I could research a level 2 technology. Yeah, because that would get me the... I could either do rotate shield frequency, or I could do regenerative shielding. Both of those are worth doing. Okay, we'll buy 1 turn. Thank you. And I've entered a neutronic storm, whatever that means. Well, I guess we'll work on regenerative shielding. Okay. Entering a neutronic storm. The intense radiation within these storms poses a direct threat to the crew, causing injuries. Additionally, storm's effects are depleting our food reserves each cycle spent inside. Lovely. Immediate evasive action is required. Recommended. How do you evade radiation? Crew may be injured and we lose 10 food per cycle. Okay. My interstellar high-tech spaceship is not adequately radiation shielded. Let's scan what's in the system, and I'll probably not want to hang around here all that long. But I'm going to need fuel. Looks like there's a lot of fuel, which is nice. No, yeah, okay, oh, I've already uncovered that. All right. Oh, this one. There we are. Okay, so this fuel's on the way to these areas. So let's do that. Debris field. Beam aboard any usable pieces. A cluster of organic remnants adrift in space. Their origin is unknown, but the Borg signature is unmistakable. Strange, the Borg aren't exactly known for being wasteful. Why did they throw up overboard a bunch of organic material? Again, all that comes to mind is pretty gross. Well, got the fuel I need. I could even take down another fuel bit, but let's go to this relay station. And we're being attacked. Okay, well.
What are your orders, Captain?
Destroy them. As always. What do you think I want you to do? I like blowing up. You know, let's blow up the shield generator.
The port side, Captain.
And let's see.
Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shield ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shield.
You guys really should
Captain.
just surrender. Thank you. And we get some stuff. The hull was very slightly marred. I'll have to fix that. Our only connection to Starfleet updates is this relay network. So let's go and do some more of that. Considering they're not all 30 like I initially thought, there's more appeal in doing this heavy return one. Especially since I don't want to hang around this system too long. But, yeah, I already got 13 crew who are sick. I'm going to have to reactivate that second sick bay. This is like the lesser of the entire thing. I just won't want to do this one. It's either this or this. The rewards are definitely better for this one. The risk is about another 10%, I'd say. The bad result is best avoided, though. I'm going to do this. Yeah, see. We lost 21 morale. Got 13 data pack. Okay, if that's... Oh, yeah, see here, we're being attacked now because they noticed us. So,
What are your orders, Captain?
although I'm not opposed to blowing up more Herosians.
Moving to attack the port side, Captain.
Nice of you to come
Ability
in
ready,
close.
Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
Yeah.
Ability ready, Captain. An enemy is fled, Captain.
Oh, that's fine. Let's blow up the other one. I bet their shields
Ability
were
ready,
just
Captain.
as tasty, too.
Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields ability ready, Captain.
Just keep boosting my weapons.
Ability ready, Captain. Ability
Swatting
ready,
these
Captain.
flies.
Ability ready. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Now, if the shields are destroyed, let's go and blow up their freaking
Moving
warp
to attack
core.
the
How
front,
about
Captain.
that? Alright, victory. Got some rewards. I like getting fuel. Fuel keeps us operational. Okay. Bing, bing. Bing, bing. Alright. The fuel stop next to that one. I should probably save that one for last. Go here, 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 and here. If I need anything along the way. Oh, that reminds me. First off, resume repairs. And secondly, let's reactivate this sick bay. I need a 4th crew member. Who do I want for that? I could turn off a science bay. I don't really want to turn off a science bay. I could... Oh, we have what we need for this upgrade as well. So let's start that. The extra food draw actually makes me not want to turn off a hydroponic bay. I have to give up something. I guess we'll give up the additional hydroponic bay. Let's see, is that, yeah, this one's for earlier in the cycle. Let's switch this one off. Okay, and put that online. That'll accommodate more of my injured crew. Right. Let's go here. Okay. Let's use the science lab. Sweet. 16 data packages. I guess I could use some duranium. It's on the way. Send a mining team, or focus on studying the crystallized resources, not resource extraction. Which somehow also gives me... Well, I mean, there's like no risk. Yeah. Oh, it gave me 40 science points as well. Oh, sweet. Like that. Like that a lot. Okay. We'll hit this fuel on the way. There's regenerative shielding. I don't know if I need to do anything to make regenerative shielding work. But I have enough science now, thanks to that research effort, to... Oh, I could work on a level 2 shield generator. Increase our hull reinforcement. No, that means I'll need more points for that. I can work on this rotating shield frequency thing. Which, having my shields be harder to penetrate would be good. Phaser control room is upgraded. That increased our power requirement for it. But that's good. Let's look at how we show up on the combat rating now. So... Now we're 176. Our phaser control room is worth 28 points. And, right. Yeah, everything looks good this way. You know, I haven't even looked at what our ally options are lately. So, again, I'm just feeding Talaxians to hang around with us and fight with us. We could activate the Maquis Raider ally in exchange and get rid of the Talaxian one, and that changes us to a dilithium upkeep, which is good and bad. I'm fine with keeping the Talaxian right now, despite their low power. But eventually I'm going to need to swap them for something better. This is a geoplastic planet. Detected a Class E planet. The molten surface, extremely high temperatures, and intense solar radiation make it highly dangerous, but valuable resources are concentrated in pockets in the cooling crust. So I can use a phaser beam to mine resources from the cooling crust, or I can deploy standard mining probes. I could store 1,400. Yeah, so the extra is not worth the additional risk. Yeah, see, I still couldn't store 19, so... But it's good to have a full tank. Let's move on to the corrosion relay. And, yeah, let's, try to get the stuff, right? Oh, my hull's fully repaired. I'll need to take that work crew off. But... since the downside is basically they catch us and then they come out and try to shoot me, I guess I'm okay with the higher risk. Yeah. So, terrible result. We get 45 but lose 20. So we're topped off on our morale again, and we get only 13 data packages. And here's some more Hirogen to shoot. So it's almost like they're feeding me Hirogen guard ships. Let's blow up. You know, let's just go for the warp core. I feel like being mean today.
Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Besides, we've got to try out those new phasers,
Enemy is surrendered, Captain.
Yeah. When your warp core is blown up, you don't tend to hold on too long.
To attack the front, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
Yep, and they're like, oh, they mean business. We give up. Bit more in the bank. Okay, let's head across town. Right? Right. Okay, we got our rotate shield efficiency thing, frequency thing, and I have not enough points even for a lower level tech. So we'll just let that sit for the moment. The hull wasn't damaged in that fight. That's nice. With the shield frequency thing, I get my combat power is even higher. Because I can rotate my shield frequency. This is on here now. I got a little boost there. So, guess that's what the ship's going to do. I really can't upgrade or fix anything at the moment. And I only have one injured crew member at the moment, but I don't know when I'm going to get more, so I'm just going to leave that as is. Well, let's try that again. There we go. 30 data packages. Captain, download of Starfleet transmissions is complete. The data is fragmented and encrypted, intentionally I assume. Deciphering will take some time, but I am confident I can accomplish this task. 1 encrypted Federation transmissions. So we would do that in a science laboratory, apparently. And would it be better if I had you running this show? Doesn't look like it. You're just as good. Actually, Harry's better. Yeah, Harry's just better. Who knew Harry Kim would be better at something than anybody? Yeah. Go Team Harry Kim. Okay. Looking good. We now have... No, one more cycle I'll have enough research to unlock a low-level tech. Or I can continue saving for something better. Which is probably what we do. So I just need to decipher that thing, and it's going to take Harry 6 cycles. So, okay. I mean, should I stay in this system or should I move on? This is not a good system to be in. Looks like there's something about this one too, though, and about the red mess is probably an asteroid field or something, and I'm gonna get banged up, but let's go. Holodeck malfunction. Lieutenant Lonnie. Who, for those of you who haven't seen the previous episodes, this is our replacement for B'Elanna, because human B'Elanna and Klingon B'Elanna won't do any of the B'Elanna stuff. Yeah, I know. Captain, we got a holodeck malfunction on our hands, and unfortunately 2 crew members are caught right in the middle of it. They're trapped inside the program, the program is completely unresponsive. We've got a few options now, none of them perfect. We can get a repair team on it, but it'll take time. I can force a shutdown, but that'll risk injuries, or we can support them while we wait and let them deal with it from the inside. I could repair the malfunctioning holodeck within 30 cycles. I could force a shutdown, or I can just let them deal with it. They're on their own. I'm going to repair the holodeck. My ship crew's not doing anything anyway. There we go. That's researched. We now have decoded letters of families and friends. We're in a plasma storm, which causes 22 damage per cycle, unless we upgrade the navigational deflector more. Wow. Okay. Fix that, please. It's to rescue Carrie and B'Elanna Klingon. Oh. Nice to know that they're enjoying themselves together in there. Don't beat up Carrie too hard, will you? Okay, let's... is there anything else I want to do shipwise? I mean, the salvage protocols isn't actually a terrible idea, because we usually get deuterium when we take care of our attackers. Which, well, we're not at 70, we're at 56. I could only do like a level 1 tech. I could research the regeneration alcove, so I could put 7 and 9 in a room. Or any future Borg crew I get. I could research the plasma torch or the small battery compartment. And we have all the science level 1s, and I don't... Captain's acknowledgement is a morale bonus. So you get 50 morale in addition on top of what you were already getting into combat, so it functionally doubles the morale award. I don't really want that. I'm going to work on the regeneration alcove. That way I can be prepared in case I get more Borg. 1 Borg homeless wandering around my ship, 7 and 9 wise, is fine. More... We'll shut down this sick bay for now. And the hull's being abraded every cycle right now, because we're not in a good place. I guess we'll take the call. Well, before I take their call. So, am I outside the plasma at the moment? I'm outside the plasma at the moment. Okay. Can I not scan things? I cannot scan things. I guess I really need to do this right now. Okay. Captain, I was able to restore most of Starfleet's transmissions. They are letters. Letters from home? Did everyone get one? I mean, I don't know. This is my first me hearing about it. I don't know, Harry. You'll find out as soon as everyone else, Mr. Kim. You know? Letters from afar. For a precious moment, the distance of 60,000 light years shrinks to a single heartbeat. The crew receives letters filled with love, longing, and everyday details of lives lived far away. Some faces are illuminated by smiles and joyful tears, others by a quiet, aching sadness, the absence of a message as powerful as its presence. Yeah, not everyone got letters from Santa. And some of the letters are probably not the best news, like, well, we thought you were dead, so, we sold your house, and your dog is now not your dog anymore, and, everyone who inherited your stuff thought your Warhammer 40K collection was pointless, so they put it into the replicator. Yeah. This is the closest we've been to home in a long time. Plus 500 morale. I was already topped off anyway, but whatever. There is something else, Captain. I discovered a Starfleet video message deep inside the data. It is incomplete, but unintentionally so. I suspect that the relay station's transmission capability was insufficient for its size, resulting in the fragmentation. Maybe they figured out a way to get us home. I mean, Harry. Why do you think they put it into a video message hidden amongst all the letters instead of a briefing for the captain? Harry, they only just found out we're alive. Why do you think they've already figured out a way home? Show restraint. Or apologize because they can't help us. Morale minus 150. Well, I didn't have to be that big of a downer. Can we download the entire message? Yes, but we require access to a high-capacity relay station. The one I have identified is under direct oversight of Idrin. I doubt he'll grant us access voluntarily. The Hirogen are formidable, Captain. Do we issue a direct challenge or attempt a less confrontational method? I could send a shuttle team to bypass Idrin's security or confront him directly. The Hirogen are fairly honorable hunter aliens. Their culture is a kind of honorable warrior society. Sneaking around, however, is kind of acceptable to them because they do the hunting thing. Away team. You know what? Let's go with the away team. Your choice has consequences. A direct fight isn't worth the risk. I mean, I think we could take him, but prepare a shuttle for incursion. We'll bypass his security net. So, I still need to repair the holodeck, but we're going to fly to the main relay, which is over here. Deep inside this, horrible, painful nebula of pain. Can I scan now? Yeah, I can scan now. Okay. Heaven forbid I be able to get this information before we, had that chat. Then our relay there. Okay, there is some crew to be had, which is actually appealing to me at the moment. Strangely enough, I have 14 spare crew, but that's with some stuff shut down. We're fixing the holodeck, for example. I could put somebody to work, putting a little more room. I need a work crew to do that. My work crews are kind of tied up doing things, but once I have this fixed, I can send them over, I suppose. Yeah, okay. Of course, I'll need that sooner rather than later. It's a shipwreck. It's an escape pod. Oh. Well, I probably don't want to leave them just hanging around in space. What we'll do... Alright, we'll stop hull repair. I know that's kind of dumb, but that's what we're going to do. And we're going to start that. It's going to take 5 cycles to build. That'll be enough time for us to get there. We can then turn that on when we get there, and we'll be able to accommodate anybody we got. Also, it looks like we kind of flew around the nebula, which is nice. Alright, that's the holodeck fixed. That was good for morale, and Joe Carey gets XP, and Balana gets XP. Sweet. Carey could definitely use the XP. He doesn't get to go on many missions because he sucks. My threat level's through the roof. Okay. Yeah, with that done, let's put the engineering crew back here. Okay, fine. Only the one crew will do the one thing while the other crew can do the other thing. Right. And then, yeah, here we are. So that's the emergency quarters built. And, with 6 crew, I could put this biolaboratory online right now. We're going to get more crew, so that seems fine. So we've detected a distress signal from an escape pod with multiple life signs. Risk beaming them aboard and let them join our crew. Beam them aboard and let them go at the next opportunity. Offer to send them home with a shuttle. Welcome aboard. Well, 6 joined the Voyager, but they're also very gravely sick. So, and then my large hydroponic bay is offline because we have crew who are sick. Which is not the smartest thing for me to have offline right now. Much rather we shut down one of these hydroponic bays. Really? Like, how many people? I need 12. Okay, I need 4 more. Let's shut down Science 2. That'll give me enough to turn that back on. There we go. I have no idlers. I have 12 people who are sick. I could turn on the second sick bay. That's true. Right, I'll switch off a hydroponic bay. Yeah, okay, they're kind of on the same time scale. That's a cargo bay. Here it is. No, that's a cargo bay too. Cargo bay. Yeah, oh, yeah, these are my 3 hydroponics. Okay, this one's already offline. I'll switch off this one and put that on. There we go. Now I have a reason to drop by for food. Okay, so do need fuel as well. I don't want to spend more time inside the nebula than I have to. The food's not that important. I mean, I could use food quite a bit, actually. Pick up the fuel. Go on in. These are the 2 food stops available to me. This fuel is appealing because it's outside the nebula. As is this duranium, although, I mean, that's less pressing. If I angle in for this fuel, I mean, there's fuel inside. Alright, let's pick up the food. We'll do that. We'll just eat the hull damage. Yeah, I'm in the plasma storms. 14 damage per thing. Give me the food. Yeah, and 4 crew got sick. Sweet. Let's grab this fuel on the way through. Regeneration alcove is researched. I only have 40. I guess we're just going to save up for something. Let's get that fuel. Let's see. We are about half a tank. Still, that's about this. Alright. And then I can ignore that food. I can just go head directly towards the thing. The long way around the star. Sure, why not? Let's do this. I need 2 heroes for this away mission. Why wouldn't I... Is it possible for me to have not to have 2 heroes? Or I'm only sending 2 heroes, I guess. Okay. The doctor's unavailable. So, yeah. I was looking to see... Let's see. The challenges are technical, command, or science. So, my best person for science is Harry. And, someone who could do the command stuff would be Paris, who is a little bit of a backup on technical. I really need someone who can alternate off from Harry, though, because he'll just be tired from the one challenge. Balana Human is my best technical person, and also does science. And I could have them basically work together to accommodate everything, and we just skip the command option here. That seems like the answer. Approaching the relay station, still outside the Hirogen scanner range. Orders? So, I can transmit interference frequency to scramble Hirogen scanners, which will get me some duranium, or I can cloak the shuttle signature. And I can have them both work together for a big critical success. They'll both be worn out, though, next round. If I have Balana wait and rest for the next round, only Harry will be used. Harry is very likely to succeed. But I think we'll just have them both do everything both times. We'll see. I hope that's not going to be a horrible mistake. I like a critical success, though. Shuttle's cloak engages successfully, rendering it invisible to Hirogen sensors. It passes the guards undetected and reaches the relay station. That's right, I got cloaking technology. We reached the relay station undetected, initiating the download process, and now I can just have them work together to do that. And that will get me more tech and more morale, which I guess I could use some morale. Team locates and isolates Starfleet signature within the relay stream. They initiate the data download. They can only wait and hope that they weren't detected before it completes. So now these 2 heroes are unavailable. I do get 96 more tech points. They get XP. So Harry gets a level. That's nice for him. Complete 20 away missions. Cool. Alright, teams in position. We'll retrieve them upon completion. So now I gotta wait 5 cycles in the nebula. Or go somewhere and come back. I mean, I guess I can go pick up this duranium since I gotta wait around in a terrible storm anyway. My engineering crew is doing their thing. Yeah. So that's mitigating as much damage as I can. As is Carrie working here. And I don't think we have a better hero to do this right now. Yeah, we don't. Because my super science and technology super crew are away on the relay. Okay, well, anyone else could do mess hall duty? Nope. Not that, I mean, those people are doing more important things elsewhere. As you can see, Harry's not here in the science laboratory. But currently we're not researching anything anyway. Although I should pick something out since we now have no tech points. And let's see. Tractor beam level 2 could be nice. Increases rewards after a 1 combat by 30%. Emergency force fields reduces the chance of crew getting injured in combat. Like that. I do. Further hull reinforcement increases our maximum hull integrity by plus 100. That's a lot. And pretty good. We could upgrade the shield generator room from 40 to 60 capacity. We'll probably still need to actually execute an upgrade. And then phaser frequency modulation increases our shield penetration of our phasers by 10%. Which I also like that a lot, because penetrating shields and hitting this core system underneath is an excellent way to get to victory. Hard to argue with hull reinforcement, though. I don't have to really do anything to get hull reinforcement results immediately. Okay. So, yeah, we're just going to kill some time. Demonic crash. Captain scans indicate that a Borg sphere has crashed on this demon planet. It would come at great risk, but we could try to salvage its resources. Send down a small away team to gather resources is the only option. If we had engineering office level 2, we'd have advanced protection technology. Or if we had the ARU facility, we could use drones to scavenge the facility, which we don't have, whatever an ARU facility is. Thank you. 2 crew got injured. Boo. Right. 2 cycles to get back. I guess we'll just kind of hang around nonchalantly. Oh, we got to fight. Okay. Well, I got to pick somebody that isn't Balana over here. Hey, Tom. Remember piloting the ship? You could do that for me again. Or, you know what? I'm fine with that, actually. Yeah.
What are your orders, Captain?
My orders? Blow them out of the sky.
Moving to attack the front, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Any ability ready, Captain.
And victory. Yeah, that went pretty well. Right. Got some food, some uranium, morale. Our hull is being worn away by hanging around, though. Send a shuttle. Extra rewards aren't worth it here. Just destroy the vessel with a torpedo. There we go. Okay, 1 turn to beam them out. We'll go 1 cycle over back. There we go. Continue. We're holding at the rendezvous point, Captain. Are clear of Hirogen sensors. Still no sign of the shuttle team. Captain, Hirogen guard ships. I think they must have noticed us. 3 of them coming towards us. They're hailing us. Ensign Angram is the person who steps in for Harry when he's not available. Missing something? Oh no. Sensors are picking up a shuttle. It's aboard Idrin's ship. And life signs, too. He has the away team. He has a dampening field. I can't get a lock on them to beam them out. Your people are mine now. I hunted them down, and they are my rightful relics. And you are my next prey. All 3 Hirogen ships are powering up weapons, Captain. We're outgunned. Are we? Are we? I would advise against engaging in combat against all 3 of them. Unless you can magic away 2 ships, I don't see us having a chance here. We could indeed magic them away, Lieutenant. The relay's power source is a quantum singularity. Increasing its gravitational pull could consume the reinforcements. Whoa, whoa! Weaponize a black hole? Are you serious? It'll shred Voyager just as easily as the Hirogen. Besides, what about Starfleet transmission? Indeed. But I can produce an anti-Thorin burst to destabilize the black hole. That's an 80% chance. I could fire a torpedo to destabilize the black hole, a 55% chance. I don't have a disruptor beam. I can ram Voyager against the relay to destabilize the black hole for a 75% chance. Or I don't destabilize the black hole. Wow. Well, this is actually the best chance if we're going to do anything other than not destabilizing the black hole. I'm ram Voyager against the relay to destabilize the black hole is very interesting. Okay. Let's produce an anti-Thorin burst to destabilize. Do the tech thing. Choice has consequences. We'll risk it. Direct a level 8 anti-Thorin burst towards the station. Have thrusters ready for full reverse, Lieutenant. I'll be damned, it worked. Yep, that blows up. Somehow not taking my crew with it. Dishonorable cowards. Honor has nothing to do with it. Battle stations. I mean, yeah, look, 81. I probably could have handled all three, honestly. They're not that good at fighting. Let's
What
go.
are your orders, Captain?
Orders are to kick their butts.
Moving to attack the front, Captain.
I mean, I might have had to expend some
Ability ready,
torpedoes
Captain.
for a change, but I don't think they really had anything on
Ability
me.
ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy ability ready, Captain.
Yeah, and there we go, we win. And I get some rewards. Captain Idrin's ship is being pulled into the black hole. Cowards, weaklings, you dared to defile the hunt with your pathetic tricks, but I won't be denied my relics. I'll take them with me. I still can't get transporter lock on the away team. So, my only option is identify breaches in the dampening shield or do nothing and let my crew members just die. If main engineering was level 4, I could overload the dampening field. And I would need Balana, which I don't have. Energy dissipator control room, I don't have one, and I would need Tuvok. Transporter room, I need Harry Kim, who's on the ship I'm trying to rescue. Modify transporter frequency to break through the dampening field. So, this is the option that I can do with 7 of 9, who is on board. The chance is 10 plus 50 times and 10 plus 30. I don't understand what that actual chance is, but sure. 7, find any weaknesses. Any way to manipulate that dampening field. I'm getting a lock, Captain, but it's weak. I'll have to beam them out one at a time. Alright, well, let's... I can't believe I'm rescuing Harry first. Choice has consequences. Transport successful, Captain. No, you cheated me of my relic. You won't get the other one. Idrin's manipulating the dampening field. I'm losing lock. Quickly beam out human. Balana, thank you. Energize now. I got them, Captain. They're safely aboard. No, my relics you'll pay for. Black hole's pull proves too strong, even for the Idrin's vessel. The Hirogen hunter, once so confident in his pursuit, is now dragged inexorably towards the event horizon. Voyager watches as Idrin is consumed by the swirling vortex. Yeah, let's just watch him get spaghettified. Bye, Idrin. Enjoy eternity on the edge of the black hole. Well, for a guy who liked to hunt, he sure got hunted in the end. Ah! We're caught in the black hole's pull, Captain. Yeah. So main engineering, we could overclock warp core, risking core breach for an 80% chance to pull free. We can go full power on the engines for just a 70% chance, or reverse the tractor beam for a 65% chance. I mean, let's risk the warp core, because, I mean, otherwise we die, right? Well, again, who knows what happens on the once you just like start falling into the warp black hole? What happens to your perception? But I imagine being crushed to a singularity is not good for your identity. Open the antimatter injectors to 120%. Warp core is overloading. Annihilation. In a blink of an eye, a wave of destructive energy rips through Voyager. The ship is torn apart. The end. Oh no! All of the crew perished. Wow! I guess that was the 20% chance to blow up the warp core. Well, there we go, kids. We died. Yeah, in Sector 7. We finished Sector 7, but we also died in Sector 7. I pulled my crew off the ship just so we could blow up outside the black hole. So we're definitely dead, while Idrin is trapped forever in a black hole, probably. Or dead. Or both. Who knows? We can reload from the beginning from another point if we want. And that may be of interest to me. I don't know. We can go back to this save point, which is not terrible. We can redo that mission. But anyhow, I think this is a good point to stop this stream. We've been running for an hour and a half, and boy, is that some event, right? Right. Thank you so much for joining me and for this trip. If I decide to carry on, we'll probably carry on from here instead of starting a new run. But I mean, I don't know, maybe a new run. We hit the point I agreed I would say we were playing 2. And what I do next is what I do next, I guess. But if you have an opinion, happy to hear it. You can always leave a note for me because the stream's just about over. I'm just going to wrap up now. But I hope you have an excellent day. And goodbye.